think I will just start the recording. So we've just been through some instructions on Zoom while we're waiting for everybody to join the first session. So there's also a way to react if you want to react. So suppose we're all on mute and I ask you something. How are you feeling today? Or did you hear that? There's a little smiley face with a plus sign, and you get, oh, well, you only have, I guess, a thumbs up and a clap. Is that right?
No, there's the heart. I have a heart after the clap.
Okay.
Thumbs up. I have a heart. Then I have a crying. No,
crying.
it says joy, but it has crying.
Do you
Then
have a
there's
thumbs down? Do you have a thumbs down?
no.
Okay.
Where is this?
Okay, so
Oh, I see it.
on
Under
the
reactions.
3 dots. I have 3 dots and it says more. And then if you
Right.
click on that, you get clapping and thumbs up and heart.
Oh, and then all the emojis
laughing,
on the
yeah.
top.
Open mouth, and then joy. It says ta-da, like celebrate. I guess.
ta-da. Yeah.
Okay.
So if there, if that's another way that you can react to whatever is happening. Now, the way that I'm going to run these sessions is we're going to have portions where I will have all of you muted, and I'm requesting that you not unmute yourself during those portions. Hi, Michelle. Yay. Did you see her emoji? You see her thumbs up, everybody? Yeah, okay, great. So I will have you muted. I'll mute all of us. Actually, I'll do that now.
Before you do that, Jill, something's not working for me right here. And when I do my Monday night Zoom class, there's something where I can go to gallery view and it gives me like 20 people per screen. And this is only giving me 6 of us. And I know there are some other.
Well, right now there's 9 of us on the call.
Right, and for some reason, my screen is only showing 6.
Okay, that's another thing I didn't point out. On the top, for me, it's on the top right. You have something called speaker view or gallery view, but whatever view you are in, it's going to show that view. So if you go,
Right, I'm in speaker.
So do you
gallery? I'm sorry, I'm on gallery, which is what I usually do. And it would show me everybody, and this is still only showing me 6 of us.
Well, can you maximize the screen? So right next to speaker view and gallery view is a little square that has you either minimize or maximize the space that Zoom takes on your computer. So it'll let you go enter full screen or exit full screen.
Which I just did full screen. It's still just the 6. This doesn't make sense to me because the other one I do is through Zoom also,
you should show as many as you can fit on your computer.
Right. And I'm on this MacBook thing.
Oh, it's the laptop.
Yes.
Is that what you do?
You're laughing. It's a thing.
I know, that's why I'm laughing. It's a thing.
I'm old school. I'm just old school, and I
Listen,
try hard to.
All of us here are old school, and we are rocking.
Older school than a lot of you. Okay. Yes.
I have 9.
Hardly
Susan,
doubtful.
I have 9, but 3 pictures aren't showing. So maybe you only show the 6 that have their video on.
Screens. That's a possibility.
Right. Exactly. Okay. So did you guys see?
Maybe that's it.
That might be it, because they usually put. So the way it works with my experience.
Video participants. Okay, 1 second. Show non-video. Okay. So I hit show non-video participants, and now there's 9, and 3 with just squares with just
Right,
names, no
right.
faces.
Right, right.
Okey-dokey.
And there is no problem with being present and not having your video on. You know, that's purely up to you. And there can be times, like I said before, if you want to turn your video off or turn it back on, you're free to do that. So now we have how to raise and lower our hands. So we all know how to do that. That's for questions. If you have a question, just raise your hand at any time. And when we get to the Q&A part, which will be at the end, then we'll address those questions. And you can see in the chat, Susan just said, hurrah for old school. Yes. And she got caught in the rain, so no video today. No problem. We know your smiley face is behind that screen. Okay, so I guess we're going to get.
Okay, I'm sorry to repeat a question. Where was that hand raised if I wanted to ask a question?
Okay, so if you go, you have to click on, who remembers that can tell Susan? Regina.
Under more.
Okay, so you're gonna go, if you have a menu at the bottom, you're gonna go to the center and there's kind of, it says participants and tells the number.
Right.
But if you hover over it, it also says Alt U, so you can click on it, or you can do Alt U. And it'll show you the names of the participants. And at the bottom there, there's an invite button, a mute me, and a raise hand. So when you click on the raise
Oh, there
hand,
you okay, okay.
got it? And then you lower it when you're done.
Okay. Or I'll just do like this and Jill will notice.
Well, that.
Yeah.
Me. Okay. Yes, that.
Well, thank God I can raise this arm part of the way.
Right, exactly. Susan just had some shoulder surgery, so.
And mine is done differently. I click where it says the 3 dots more, and then there's a line that says raise hand.
Right.
You know,
So it's, you know, I'm on an iPad, so I guess everything is set up
right.
differently.
And I know it's different from the iPad, but on my iPad, I know I can only get, I think, 6 people per screen is the max.
I have 9
Oh, do you?
on mine.
Okay.
I can drag mine. I'm on Windows laptop, but I can drag mine, and the bigger I make it, it fills everybody. I got everybody now. Yeah, if you make the window bigger, I can see. I could drag it, now I can see everybody.
I'm
Gosh, y'all are making me feel very self-conscious about my Pilates class now.
Okay. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to mute you all.
Okay, I'll be.
All right. Allow participants to unmute themselves. Okay, so I'm going to continue. What it said is that I'm allowing you to unmute yourself, but please don't unmute yourself until we get to a place where we will be interacting. Okay. So let's take a deep breath in, bring your arms up, and breathe out. And let's do that again. Breathe in, arms up. And breathe out. Whew. And another one. Breathe in, arms up. And breathe out. And then take a deep breath in and just lower your chin and make a couple of slow circles. Circling. As you breathe in, your head goes back. And as you breathe out, your head comes forward. And you'll do that 1 or 2 times. And then you'll go the other way. And now, if you happen to have a candle, oh my gosh. If you happen to have a candle, light it. I'm just seeing that a couple of people I'm going to just go and see if I can get just help one person get on. This is so when we get to the next session, we'll have hopefully all this housekeeping handled. Okay. This is where an assistant would be really, really helpful. All right. And did everybody get my email with the meeting password and the meeting number?
Yes.
Okay, because that keep that handy in case anything, you know, in case you lose something, just keep that one starred. Terry. Forgive me just 1 minute. Okay. All right. So now, good. So we're going to light our candles and get settled. Get settled, and I'm going to do a meditation to open up the session. We are in an amazing time right now, and I'm just so thrilled that we're able to all be together at this time. Okay, so settle yourself someplace and uncross your legs and allow yourself to settle into your seat. And close your eyes if you care to. And just take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And again, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And one more time, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And feel your feet on the floor. And feel your body in the chair. Feel your legs on the chair. Feel your back if it's resting on the chair. Feel your hands in your lap. And get the idea that your conscious awareness is something that you can direct like a power, like a superpower, your awareness. And bring the light of your awareness to your breath and just watch it. Just watch the breath flowing in and flowing out. You don't have have to manipulate it. You're just going to watch your breath. And as you watch your breath, notice your body as well. So when you breathe, watch your breath and notice your body. Do you feel the energy of your body? Can you feel where you are holding energy in your body? And then get the idea that you have energetic cords, energetic strings that run from the base of your spine through the center of your legs, out the middle of the soles of your feet, and go down into the earth. And feel that there is a connection that you have with the earth. As if gravity, as a field of energy, is rooting you to the earth. You feel that downward connection. It's very grounding. It's very calming. And so just on an in-breath, feel that you're drawing energy up from the earth into your body, and on an out-breath, intend for anything that you no longer need or any tension to flow out through your feet and down to the earth. The earth is a mulching energy. So earth element mulches dense energy into something nutritious. So allow that dense energy to flow down through your legs and out the soles of your feet into the earth. And now recognize that we are all here at this time magically on a sacred journey. It is the 1111 portal opening. 1111 is a doorway. It's a master doorway to peace, to ascension, it's a portal, an opening that you pass through from one realm to another, from one level of perception to another. And 1111-2020 is a double digit code. We haven't seen this for over 100 years, this 1111 double code. And we are opening a 26,000 year cycle, closing a 26,000 year cycle, opening a 4,000 year cycle and closing a 4,000 year cycle. And we are here at the time that the prophecies say is the turning of the earth from one age to another. And what is happening in our lives is a representation of that turning. Things are opening and things are closing. What is happening in our world is also a representation of that turning. And we are here now, embarking on a sacred path of wisdom, sourced by the ancient wise ones, of all different traditions around the world. I am so grateful for your presence, and right now, breathe into your heart. Breathe in and out of your heart space, and just ask yourself, give yourself actually some love and gratitude. You know, you made it to today. We are here. We are here right now. What a feat just for that. And what is your heart calling for right now for you? What is it that you want for yourself? What would you like to get for yourself out of participating together in this program? Anything from healing physical ailments to opening up clarity on your life path to sourcing your relationship with yourself in a deeper way to stepping into a medicine path of becoming a healer. Anything at all can be supported and will be supported by your intention and by what we participate in and learn and experience. So taking a deep breath in and breathing out. And taking your awareness back to your breath, breathing in again and breathing out long. And feel your feet on the floor. And feel your body in the chair. And feel that magical connection. We are made of earth. We are part of the earth. We hold Earth's intelligence within our being, and we are part of the intelligence of the earth as a sentient being. So taking a deep breath in and breathing out long. And whenever you're ready, you can just open your eyes, and if you have your journal handy or a piece of paper handy, that would be great. You can make a note of what your intention is. Make a note for yourself of something you would like. That you would like to receive, you would like to open yourself up to. And while you're doing that, I will just play for a minute, give you a minute to do that. And if you have already written out your intentions, your intention for yourself, your intention maybe for your family, your intention for our community, and perhaps even an intention that you hold for your soul's journey. Okay. So now, is there anyone is there anyone that would like to share their intention? It's not necessary now, but if there is someone who would like to share, just raise your hand, either via the Zoom hand raise or the old-fashioned way. Okay, so my intention, I have a big intention. I am so excited for you to be here with me. My intention is to have this be a doorway for all of us to move into sacred time, to move into being able and empowered to self-heal and to understand that we as a species are evolving. So I'm going to go ahead and start screen sharing so we can get ready to, be ready to go through the material. Did everybody receive? Okay, can you, first of all, please let me know, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Do you see the?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Old school girls, learning new tricks. Okay, good. All right. So I started this out. Welcome to 7 Chakra Vibrational Wellness and Energy Medicine. So this is really a foundational course to learn and begin to open yourself up to this whole field of vibrational wellness and energetic medicine. And I am going to include in this, because I am a shaman, as well as being trained in neuro-linguistic psychology and in trauma resolution and in neuroscience and in social emotional learning, as well as being a yoga and meditation instructor with a yoga school, I am going, and a sound healer, I'm going to incorporate all of these into this training. What I feel is vibrational wellness is that it's where ancient knowledge from thousands of years back, as much as my Native American teacher Swiftier said 15, 20, 30, 40,000 years ago, to today, where we have quantum science, neuroscience, epigenetics, neurolinguistic psychology, and the fields of neuroimaging, imaging of the brain, imaging of the energy of the heart and the energy of the body. All of these new sciences of our day corroborate the philosophical understandings that the ancient ones had. To me, that is not just a validation, but an invitation. It's a deep, dear invitation. And that invitation is to understand and embody these teachings so that we can transcend our current levels of health, dis-ease, suffering, and manifestation of our life's structures in the world. So I see this as the most sacred thing that we could do. Now, some of the benefits, you guys can read this. This is an introduction to the field of shamanic energy medicine. You might want to enhance some of the intentions you created for yourself based on some of these benefits. Really, if you whatever it is that you are wanting in your life, you will be supported in creating that through the application of these skills and tools that we are going to be learning. Okay, I have many guides, and you probably do as well. And it was recently that I got the message very clearly, and messages come in many ways. We can talk more about that. But this particular message came out loud and clear in a dream. And the message was from a council of grandmothers. And they said, remember the teachings of the grandmothers. Remember and recover and teach the teachings of the grandmothers. And I woke up from that dream and I knew I had to start teaching this material that I've actually been wanting to teach for many years. Some of you have waited a very long time for me to teach energy medicine. So I want to be the voice of those ancient ones speaking through me, and to awaken your own inner knowing, and to empower you to step into your life and to flow with your highest calling with joy. I believe if we all do that, we are going to usher ourselves into an amazingly beautiful world. Okay, so intention is the first act of creation. Intention is a force that is unleashed in the universe. It has an energetic imprint. And that's why we always start with creating an intention. So here are some things for your further contemplation. What you can write them in your journal. I really strongly suggest that everyone have a notebook dedicated to this course, either a notebook or a journal, where you can track what you're learning and the awarenesses that you are coming to and the intentions that you are holding for yourself. So write out some of the answers to these questions in your journal. And if you don't like to write in a journal, that's fine. You get to do this course any way you want to, and you will get exactly what you want and what you need. So I think, that's up to you, but I do find writing is a very powerful way to bring into a more concrete form what it is that you're kind of feeling or sensing. Okay, how did this happen to me? All of us, I think, have some story of awakening. And after this, I'm going to tell you what happened, but after this occurred, and as I've studied over the years, I realized that actually I had very early awakenings, even before this, where I understood that the world is really a manifestation of energy from a quantum field. So when I was 14 years old, I was a very awkward, shy ninth grader, and our PE coach at school wanted to take us from the basketball team, or it was softball team, on a cross-country trip. So she formed a scout troop, and we all went. And it was 8 of us. When we got to the Grand Canyon, I had the most incredible experience. I was by myself, and I had found this beautiful place to sit, and I was sitting with the canyon. And I don't know how long I was sitting there, but suddenly my body started to move, and it felt like my heart broke open, and I and the canyon were one. And it was the most blissful experience I had ever. It was like my whole body was filled with bliss. And I was breathing with the earth, and I was part of this canyon. And I began to perceive the world beyond physical matter in that moment consciously. I began to experience the energy of places and people and things in a conscious way. We all actually experience it, but we don't know what it is unless something happens and we become conscious of the energy. So that led to me studying a lot of different things, which is a whole nother story. But maybe you have a story where you have had things that have happened to you in your life and you've had the experience of a deep knowing that there's something beyond the physical world that that is actually beautiful and tremendously powerful, and this is what we are waking up to. Okay, so the earth itself has an energy field that is like a torus. A torus is, let me show you this. This, by the way, is a very old stone from Peru. And as you can see, it's sort of like a donut. And this is a very old healing stone. I'm going to be using this to gift you the rights that we're going to receive. So this is a representation of the Taurus energy, not only of the earth, but of our bodies. We have a north and south pole of the earth, and we have a north and south pole of the body. We have the root chakra and the crown chakra, and then energy travels up and down and up through the body in a sphere like this with a central channel. There is a connection through that central channel down into earth and up to the center of the universe. And this force is active at all times, and it is keeping us organized in a particular way. And really, it is almost like it is actually the gravity, the gravitational pull of the earth and the central sun keeps us grounded and sourced and organized. It is why when we actually tap into our root chakra, we can achieve a sense of safety and security that goes beyond all circumstances and external manifestations that may be happening. Okay, so the luminous energy field. We have, and some people call it an aura, some people call it an energy field. The shamans call it a weird, in Quechua, the word is weirda kosha, the Andean shamans. That means luminous energy field. So if you take your hands right now, we're going to open up our own Wirakoshas, our own luminous energy field. So take your hands at your heart, take a deep breath in through your nose, and breathe out through your mouth. And breathe in and touch your third eye. And then reach all the way up past the crown of your head to what's called the 8th chakra. This is like an orb of light that represents your soul and your soul's coding. And you're going to open this luminous field and begin to sense yourself as a luminous energy field. And that this luminous energy field is a vibrational code, has in it energetic codes some of which that have been manifested as who you are right now, your physical body with your arthritis or your headaches or your whatever. Those are two things I have, arthritis and headaches. Your emotional body, your mental body, your spiritual self, all of the way that we experience ourselves are codes in this vibrational quantum field that are the ones that are active and coming through all the levels to this physical form. So there is an infinite, beyond our luminous energy field, a field of pure infinite potential, pure quantum intelligence. And we can activate other realities for ourselves by going into this purely energetic space and clearing out from the current manifestations the imprints of trauma, the imprints of our personal histories, the imprints of our familial histories, like the things that happened to our ancestors, the things that happened to our parents that got passed on to us. Like my father lived through the Depression, and my ancestors in Russia lived through pogroms, and we all have these histories that go way, way, way back. And those histories, as we clear them, we make space to manifest from the field of infinite possibility something new. And that's the work of energetic healing. And it's so it goes on all of these levels. Okay. So what is shamanic energy medicine? This is what I've been talking about. Across all the ancient indigenous wisdom traditions, medicine men and women developed methodologies for healing based on upgrading and clearing the quality of the luminous energy field. This energy field is an energetic matrix that surrounds all living beings and organizes the body, much like iron filings are organized by a magnet on a piece of glass. And this organizing information organizes all of the levels of existence that we just looked at: the physical level, the emotional level, the mental level, the spiritual level, and the energetic level. What are some of the information blueprints that are contained in our luminous energy field? Our genetic histories, illnesses, psychological tendencies, dramas and traumas that run in our families and in our lineages, things that occurred to us, not only in our memory, but even in the womb. So also how we heal and how we age and how we die is also encoded in these blueprints. Now, what the shamans say is that we're evolving as a species to something called a Homo luminous, from Homo sapien to Homo luminous, where we are moving into, our consciousness is now moving into that place where we can actually access this information blueprint and reprogram it so that we grow new bodies and we heal and we die in different ways. So this is the work of a shamanic energy medicine practitioner, and this is part of what my professional work has been for many, many years. if you decide to move on with me after this course and do the medicine wheel training that I will be running in 2021, you will be able to become an energetic medicine practitioner. But for the purpose of this course, you're going to be getting everything you need to work with your own self. So what is interesting is that neuroscience, neurolinguistic psychology, through the discovery of the neuroplasticity of the brain, is showing what wisdom keepers of old have always known. And even beyond that, that the field of biology known as epigenetics, we have the ability to modify genetic expression. So whatever we feel we have been fated to experience, or, oh my God, it's like everyone in my family has this, so I'm going to get this. No, that's not necessarily true. Okay, chakras. So within all of the bodies, so the figure in the middle is seated in a lotus posture and has the layers of reality, the different body layers, the physical body, the emotional body, etc. And then placed along the central spine, but not actually, it runs through the middle of the body, is a vertical line called a Sushumna, which is an energetic core. And then the 7 major energy centers are placed along that energetic core in the following locations. At the base of the spine, or the perineum, is the root. And each chakra has its own code of information that correlates not only to physical, but emotional, psychological, spiritual, and even planetary interactions. So the root chakra is red. It's at the perineum, at the coccyx. The second chakra is right below the navel, a couple of inches below the navel. The third chakra is right at the solar plexus. The fourth chakra is right at the heart. The fifth chakra is right at the throat. The sixth chakra is right at the forehead. And the seventh chakra is at the crown of the head. The seventh chakra connects to the first chakra directly through the Sushumna, through the central channel. Each chakra has a seed letter. It has a seed sound. It has a color, which runs the spectrum of the rainbow. So we actually have a rainbow body. And each chakra has is represented by a sacred mandala. And the mandala is the lotus flower. And you'll notice each one of these chakras has a different rendition of the lotus flower with a specific number of petals. And those petals have a significance, and we'll be going through that, like the number of petals, etc. Okay, so let's move on. What are chakras? Well, the word chakra is a Sanskrit word. The word means wheel of light. And the whole function of a wheel is all through nature. Everything is made of this circular pattern. There's something called the flower of life, which we'll get to later on. It contains all of the mathematical possibilities, that geometric shape that exists. So chakras are spinning wheels of energy. They are located along the central channel known as the Sushumna Nadi in Sanskrit. That's a Sanskrit word, the Sushumna Nadi. This channel runs up and down the spine from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Chakras are part of what's called the subtle body. The subtle body is beyond the physical body. So the subtle body is all the luminous energy field, but it's also within the body. The 7 major chakras organize where there are nerve plexuses, major organs, and endocrine glands in the physical body. So we'll be looking at something that shows where all these nerve plexuses are, and that's where these vortexes of energy are, called the chakras. So they are swirling vortexes that are a confluence of all different essential life forces. Each chakra correlates to the specific physical, emotional, and mental functions, and also an aspect of consciousness that is essential and vital for us, for our lives. And when we address and consider all the 7 chakras as a complete system, we are opening the door to a profound access to wholeness, integration, and personal and planetary evolution. And let's be clear right now, the species Homo sapien is evolving. We are in an evolutionary phase. So our planet is also evolving, and we are part of this. Okay, this is that diagram I told you we were going to look at of the nerve plexuses, but I also want you to know that across time and traditions, chakras are described as energy centers where consciousness becomes matter. Okay, so in the chakra, consciousness becomes matter. And where matter can also move to pure consciousness. So there's this constant interplay between the invisible becoming visible and the visible becoming invisible. In other words, between the possibility in the quantum field manifesting as something I can see, and that there is also a liberation, usually in the form of the release or the healing of limitations, the liberation of those limitations that goes from the physical manifestation up to the quantum realm and is transmuted into pure light. So there are so many wonderful, I mean, if I were to run this course as an intellectual kind of course, we could really go deep into some of these great wisdom teachings. This particular diagram is kind of interesting, I think, because it shows you along the spine where these nerve plexuses are that associate with each of the 7 chakras. So you can see that right down at the base of the spine, there is a whole branch of nerves there that are part of the wheel of energy, the vortex of energy that is the first chakra. And the second chakra, right below the navel, which is right behind the lumbar spine, is another place where we have a nerve plexus. So you can actually map onto the physical body the energetic circuits that we know in medicine exist in our physical structure with the chakra wheel. So I also find that very interesting. And as a diagnostic tool, we can also get pretty detailed about where there might be energetic blocks based on if we are experiencing blocks in any of these particular nerve plexuses, or if something's going on with our spine. Okay, now there's, I made this drawing on the left because I wanted to show you, and I couldn't find it the way I wanted it. I wanted to show you what's going on with that image on the right. So on the right, you see there's a person seated and all those chakras are lit up and there's this kind of swirling energy. Well, there's a flow of energy. I don't know if you can actually see that there's a downward movement of energy and there's an upward movement of energy going on. And there are, along the central channel, the Shushumna, right, that goes down the center of your subtle body, is a flow of energy that kind of goes snake-like up from the base of the spine all the way to the third eye and then blossoms out into a big, like, cone of energy at the crown of your head. And there's also a big cone of energy that goes down from your coccygeal perineal area down through the legs down into the earth. So there's this, if you think of yourself just as an energy, there's this vortex that comes up and goes out this way, and there's also a vortex that comes down and comes down from the heavens and goes down into the earth. So there's something called the Ida and the Pingala. The Ida is on the left side and kind of undulates around the Shushumna from the left, and the Pingala undulates around the Shushumna from the right. We could say a lot about those energies, but as you go through this class and you do some of the practices, you might be able to sense when you sit for meditation, you might be able to feel and sense within yourself this flow of the Ida and the Pingala. So the movement, the free movement, gives you a clear way of bringing into your life the inspiration that maybe you receive from your dreams or from your intentions. It allows you to manifest, and then it also allows you to release. Okay, so the 7 chakras, the names in Sanskrit from the root is Muladhara, to the belly, the sacrum is Svadhisthana, to the solar plexus is Manipura, to the heart is Anahata, to the throat is Vishuddha. I don't know if you can actually read that, it's a little light. To the third eye is the Ajna chakra, and the crown of the head is called Sahasrara. All right, so let's talk about the root chakra, the first chakra. So the first chakra is at the base of the spine, and it connects you to your basic survival. So original man lived primarily out of the root chakra because it was all about just surviving. When I say basic man, I mean early man. Early man. It's about survival. It's about security. It's about our vital life force energy. It's about stability. It is also about our relationship with earth element. That is the element of the root chakra, earth element. It is the color red. It has that symbol in the middle that you can see there is what's called the seed sound. The seed mantra. The seed mantra of the root chakra is Lam. Lam. The vibration of it translates into a red color. Now, when you feel balanced and your Muladhara, root chakra, is grounded and working well, You feel a sense of security. You are grounded. You are stable. You have healthy eating habits. You have proper elimination. You're at your optimal weight. And also you have a sense of abundance. You don't have a lack of means to survive and thrive in the world, or believe you have a lack of means. So if you're unbalanced in the root chakra, or has something in the root chakra area to heal, then it can manifest in feeling insecure, fearful, anxious, unstable, low self-esteem, constipation, and being overweight or underweight. And there's many other, not having a relationship with your body, being completely cut off from your ability to thrive in the world and survive, and being in fight, flight, freeze. Those are all things that would affect the imbalance, or would express an imbalance, potential imbalance in the root. Okay, there are more things. There are glands around it. There's a lot about when does the root chakra develop. So according to a wonderful woman named Anodea Judith, who wrote a book called Wheels of Life, she actually has, in a book called Eastern Body, Western Mind, a whole analysis of the development of the chakras in terms of your lifespan. The root chakra, we just know that this is one of the first things that develops. So womb to 12 months. It actually might be a little longer in development, but if traumas occurred in that period of time, then there may be some healing work to do for the early time, before memory, before conscious memory. Actually, it relates to your adrenal glands, and also the gonads, or the sexual glands, the body parts, your feet, your legs, your bones, your structure. The chakra symbol is a 4-petaled lotus. I don't know if you remember that from the last one. This is a 4-petaled lotus. So the 4 is very significant because 4 represents stability. 4 represents foundation. 4 represents the 4 elements and the 4 winds. 4 is fundamental. One of the big challenges, so everything that is fundamental within you is based in the root chakra. One of the big challenges is fear and transmuting fear. So you can read further about the different different malfunctions. We're all these are just kind of general guidelines. We're going to discover for ourselves where we hold dis-ease. And when I say dis-ease, I don't mean disease. I mean the feeling of not being at ease. The other thing that is important about this root chakra is that the archetype I'm going to be gifting you is the serpent. The shamanic archetype is the serpent that lives in the root chakra. Okay. So what are these rights I'm going to be giving you? I'm going to be gifting to you the rights of the Moonai Key. There's 9 rights. I'm not giving you all 9 rights in this course. I'm going to be giving you one right called the Harmony Right, which includes a seed for each chakra. So there's 7 parts to the Harmony Right, one right. You can read more about it, but these rights are energetic seeds that have been held by the wisdom keepers for millennia. And it used to be a long time ago that one would have to go to a high mountain and apprentice with a master for 10 years or 20 years and do all sorts of ascetic kind of practices to be worthy to receive this kind of transmission. But as the prophecies are foretelling, this is a time of the awakening of humans, that they should let these rights go out and help people to awaken. So we have that gift, and I'm a keeper of all those rights. And if you do the medicine wheel, you'll get the rest of them. Maybe sometime I'll just do a Moonai Key training with all 9 rights. And you can read more about those. So again, the serpent archetype is what we're going to put in the root. We're not going to read about serpent right now, except I want to say that these are archetypes that are organizing principles. I want you to consider printing out some pictures of snakes. If you have a phobia of snakes, let me know, and we can work a little bit on that. But snake is actually here as a teacher. Everything is a teacher for us. Everything in nature is a teacher, but the archetype of serpent is about awakening. And what does a serpent do? A serpent sheds her skin in one go. Just crawls right out. And I'm going to show you something really incredible. As I was contemplating doing this course, and I got, creating this, and I got the message from the grandmothers, I did a fire ceremony. And when I did I don't know if you can actually see this. Do you see what this is? Can you see that?
Yeah, that's the head.
That is the head. Okay, so I did a fire ceremony asking for guidance from the grandmothers. Was now the time? And when I opened up sacred space and I was bending down to touch the ground to invoke Pachamama, the Mother Earth, I found this entire skin that had been a little serpent, a little baby snake, had crawled out of this thing. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? So again, this is how spirit talks to you in many ways. In many ways, you're going to see how it speaks to you as you move further. But to me, that was like, yes, help us all. Move yourself out of your skin. So when you crawl out of your skin, it's not quite so comfortable at first. You get very, very sensitive because you've shed your skin. And now you've got a really tender skin that hasn't been kind of toughened up. So I'm going to suggest that you print out some pictures of serpent that you like and read through this as we work through working with the root chakra. So now, ways to balance and recharge your energy. This is a very simple way. I love to just put my feet on the ground. The earth has a magnetic resonance. When you put your bare feet on the earth, if you can do it, you reprogram the magnetic frequency of your body. It is grounding. It's like a grounding wire in an electrical socket, an electrical outlet. So we are energetic beings. We need to ground. You can also ground yourself really even by imagining, if you live in a tall apartment building and you can't get out, or for whatever reason you can't find a place to put your feet on the ground, imagine you're putting your feet on the ground. Put your face into the sun. Put your body into the sun. Stand next to a tree, hug a tree, lean next to a tree. Breathe in with nature. So if you can go to a park, you can sit on a bench and you can just imagine you're breathing with the trees. You're breathing in the oxygen they released, and you're breathing out carbon dioxide as a gift to them. And there's this thing that's happening. This is going to do a lot for you in staying healthy energetically. Okay, now we're not going to do that. Okay, so what I want to do right now is I'm going to gift you. Well, first I'm going to open up the floor. Are there any questions? Are there any questions right now?
Jill, it's Susan Hartzell.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to send us this PowerPoint as well?
I did. I sent it as a link.
Okay.
Check your email.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty big file because it's full of all these pictures. So it's actually when I sent it to everyone, what it said was it was going to send you a link to the Google Doc. So it's a Google document in Google Drive that you should be able to click on the document at the bottom of the email, and it will take you to this presentation. So let me know if that doesn't work for you somehow. Okay, just send me an email and let me know. What I'm going to do
Thanks.
is, okay, any other questions?
And just a note on that, I guess they'd be included in the recording, like if we went back through, the whole thing with the visuals and the sound.
Yes,
Correct?
exactly, Michelle. If you go through the recording, so you're going to receive a link to the replay, and you can then, when you listen to the replay, you will see this. You will see this presentation in the replay. Okay. Other questions?
Hi, it's Lily.
Hi, Lily.
Hi. I just wanted to ask you because you're one of the, I think it was one of the new moon meditations. You did a house clearing. Can you do one of those just specifically for house clearing for YouTube whenever you can? Because that really helped my house.
Oh, Lily, thank you. In fact, all of you, as I was putting this course together, I had so many thoughts of, oh my gosh, I should put a link about opening sacred, put a YouTube video just to open sacred space, put a YouTube video about house clearing. Absolutely. And in fact, I will be doing a new moon program where in between the full moon of October 31st, so the Taurus full moon and the Scorpio new moon, I'm going to do right now. We're in between it. So it's a really good time to do that house clearing.
Thank you so much.
Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, because then you'll get notices of all these different videos that I put up. If you have any suggestions of what you would like for me to put up on YouTube, just send me a text or send me an email. I'll be very, very happy to do that. There's a lot of material. So now I am going to try to stop the share and go back to this. Okay. So now I'm going to, do we have another few minutes for me to put in the serpent archetype? I know that I went an hour and a half today. I don't think we will need to go over the next times because, we had a lot of housekeeping to do today. So, all right, good. Okay, so we have our Viracochas open. And yes, your Viracocha open. So these, it is really my honor and my gift and my pleasure to give you this gift. It's an energetic seed. So what I want you to do is sit in a comfortable way with your feet on the ground. And just intend, as we do, for the winds of the south and the great mother serpent, Sachamama, to come and be with us and wrap her coils of light around us and make this a sacred medicine space as we call in the rites of the Munai Ki. And we ask for the great Otorongo, the mother jaguar, the keeper of the west, to come and be with us and teach us to be fearless, even as we move into the dark, and teach us how to track and embody the transformation of the earth element. Come and bless us, winds of the west, ho. And winds of the north, the great wisdom keepers, the great hummingbird who keeps the north, and all of the great mountains where the wisdom keepers live. We ask for the ascended masters, the grandmothers, all grandfathers to come and whisper in our ears and teach us to be joyful on our soul's journey. Ho. And then we call to the winds of the east, great condor, great eagle, rising sun, to the element of fire and our illumination. We ask that we be ushered into this time where we can take the eagle's perch and take the condor's view from high and see the harmony and the beauty of life. Ho. And then we ask for Pachamama, we ask that we be held by Pachamama and that we bless all of her creatures and all of her elements, and we learn to work in right relationship with the abundance that is Mother Earth. And we open our arms up and we look up and just invoke and invite our soul self, our highest consciousness, that which is known by thousands of names and is the nameless source and substance of all, that we be calibrated to the highest frequency that we can hold at this time. Oh. And now I'm going to call in Humphrey, Sachamama, Humphrey. I'm calling to the Munai Ki right. Humphrey, Sachatini, Humphrey, Carol, Humphrey, like Humphrey. And now I'm going to just blow through this. So it is an energetic transmission. You are going to take your hands and open them like this, right down at your pubic bone, right down at your pubic bone. And I'm going to blow. Hatun, Humphrey, Sachamama, Humphrey, Sachamama. Humphrey, Sachamama, Humphrey. And so now what you want to do is, if you have a candle, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. Either way, if you have a candle, take your hands, run it along the candle. If not, you're going to imagine that you're taking your hands up to the sun. You're going to bring some light in your hands to your root chakra, right down at the pubic bone. You're going to bring that light in. And you're going to receive the light to activating serpent. Serpent in Quechua is Sachamama, the mother, the great mother of the waters. Hatun Sachamama, Humphrey, Sachamama. Accepting the seeds of this energetic archetype. Humphrey, Sachamama, Humphrey, Sachamama. Muladhara chakra. Into your root chakra. And know it is done as it is done. It is done. So now you're going to just bring that light and sense with your hand. You're gonna move in a clockwise clockwise motion, and there is a video, so you're going to move in a clockwise motion with your hand around your root chakra and just draw it out to the edge of your luminous energy field and feed a little more light in, a little more light, and ask now in your own way, close your eyes and take a deep breath and ask, Great Spirit or higher self or however you ask, help me to work with the seed of Sachamama, the seed of the great serpent, the seed of this great serpent archetype. Help me to awaken to her power in my root chakra. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. And so it is. Take a deep breath in. Good. And so now what you want to do is work with serpent energy over the next week between now and when I see you next Wednesday. And how will this look? Follow your intuition. Read about what serpent is about. Read what I have included or look up the shamanic meaning of serpent. Pick what strikes you as something that is helpful, helpful for you to work with. She speaks not only to you physically, but she speaks to you emotionally, she speaks to you mentally, she speaks to you spiritually, archetypically. So serpent is very, very literal. When I started working with serpent, immediately she told me, you've got to clean up all the clutter. So she looked around, and said, it's too much stuff in here. So, or serpent may say, you're very tender and sensitive right now. It's time to be protective of yourself. Don't do so much. Stay quiet. So read about serpent. Look at what's going on. Feel or sense all those kind of aspects of the root chakra that we've talked about, and pick out some things to work with and see what happens. One of the times that I was working with the serpent archetype, I went for a walk, and this beautiful little garter snake, the black ones that are they're benign, I'm walking along the sidewalk. The snake comes slithering out of the bushes, stops in front of me, picks its head up and looks right at me. So, and then we just looked at each other for a while. I'm like, are you kidding? I'm just working with serpent now, and here she comes. She says, hi. So you'll see, how does she speak to you? And then make notes in your journal. All right, dear ones. So take a deep breath in, raise up the edges of your Virikosha. Bring all of this wisdom and the right down through the levels, all the way down, as we give thanks for the love and the guidance and the support of the four winds, the four directions, the four elements, the four archetypes, Mother Earth, Father Sky, Grandfather Sun, Grandmother Moon, all of the stars, star parents, all of the wisdom keepers. And give yourself a big hug. And hug yourself the other way and tap yourself on the back and give yourself a kiss. And I send you a big, big kiss. Yeah. I cannot wait to embrace everybody. I'm a big hugger. As those of you who have been to my events know that I always ask for hugs, and I always want to give hugs. So are there any questions before we close out? All right, wonderful. This is a great beginning. Happy 11/11. Happy 11/11. Master number of peace. Thank you so very much, everyone. I will be sending out the recording. Please let me know via text or email if you are not receiving things or if you have any questions so I can get you properly set up. Mwah! See you next week. 11 portal is, so 11 is a doorway. It's the number 11 is a doorway. It's 2 ones. And you pass through, when you have a double 11 portal, it's a code of peace. It's a code of transformation. And this particular 11/11 is always a magical day. But as I said, in 2020, we are experiencing 1111 and 2020. We haven't experienced that since 1919, when we had 111919, where we get 2. So in the case of 11/11, 11 reduces to 2. So we have a 2 and a 2. And then 2 plus 0 reduces to 2. And then 2 plus 0 reduces to 2. So we have 2, 2, 2, 2. We have a code of 2s in this 11/11. So what is that telling us? That is telling us that we are in this time of transcending the 2 and also embracing the 2, meaning it's a we. It's not just a me. It's a we, a me and you, but it's also a non-dual world, because the two is actually part of a whole. So the 2 becomes we, and the we is a whole. It's very interesting, this particular code. World War I ended on 11/11. 11 is a number of peace. 11 is a master number. 11 teaches you to stand in your power and take responsibility for not only your life, but our life. 11 is a day of illumination and to let go of darkness and things that are weighing you down. And 11/11 adding up to 22 is the number of the master architect of peace. So it is when humanity can start listening to the guidance of angels. Now on the other side, there's not listening. The shadow side is not listening. I'm not going to listen, and I'm going to be fighting and codependent. But if you just tune in to what is the doorway for you, what is opening up for you, and connect in with your heart, you can amplify your connection through your heart and your mind to higher planes, to higher intelligence. So this is a good day to do what we're doing. It's a good day to open yourself up to the thought of you going beyond physical into energetic and spiritual. And it's a really good day to be grateful and sit and meditate. Mwah! All right.
Much. I'm sorry I didn't speak up when everyone else was here. I can sometimes not be quick enough. So
That's
thank you.
fine. That's fine. You know, we all learn differently and we all integrate differently. So honor yourself, and people will hear it in the replay if they listen. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. See you next week.
Thank you.
Bye. Mwah.
Thank you, Jill.
Thank you, Regina. I'm so happy to be with you guys. Really. Thank you for being here. Bye.
Bye.